Can I sell my dad's car before probate? When a loved one passes away, managing what happens to their belongings might not be at the top of your priority list, but it's an important process that you will eventually need to go through. Hi, I'm Amanda from Blackstone Solicitors, and in this video I'm going to discuss whether you can sell your father's car before probate. So, what steps do I need to take when a loved one dies? In addition to dealing with the funeral arrangements, there are a number of steps that need to be taken before you can deal with the deceased's financial affairs. 1. You should register the death within 5 days. By doing this you will obtain a death certificate. 2. If a will was left by the deceased, an executor will have been named. This is the person responsible for handling the estate of the deceased. Once the executor has the original copies of the will and the death certificate, they can apply for probate. If someone dies without a will, the application process is the same, but you'll get letters of administration rather than a grant of probate. 3. You will need to estimate any inheritance tax liability and notify HMRC of the same. We can advise on this. 4. Once you have the will, death certificate, and grant of probate, you are then in a position to notify the banks, utility and insurance companies. What options are available regarding my dad's car? A motor vehicle is a chattel and you do not have to wait until a grant of probate or letters of administration have been issued to be able to transfer a car to another owner or to sell it. You will need your father's death certificate and also legal proof of your entitlement to sell the vehicle on behalf of his estate. This could be part of the will where you are named, or on a solicitor's letter showing your entitlement to deal with the proceeds of the estate. You may be named as an executor of the will, or there may be other legal proofs that show your entitlement to sell the vehicle. If there is more than one executor of the will, all named executors with all the required personal proofs of identification would be required to be present at the time of sale prior to any agreed payment being made. If your father owned the car outright, you can transfer ownership by contacting the DVLA and then either sell it on or continue to run it. It's important to make sure insurance is still valid and you'll need new vehicle excise duty, VED. If you decide to keep the car, you'll need to contact the DVLA to tell them the current owner has died, and include the driving license with a letter detailing your relationship to the deceased, the date they died, and their name, address and date of birth. If you intend to keep the car, you must tell DVLA that you're the new keeper of the vehicle. These changes can be made with Section 6 of the V5C logbook. You can't transfer vehicle tax anymore, so you must get a refund on any outstanding tax and retax it in your name once you are registered as owner. You no longer need to wait for a new logbook in your name to tax the car. You can use the V5C2 part of the logbook, green slip, Section 10, and this can be done online. You can also register the car as off the road, SORN, if you want to keep it in a garage for the time being and not pay tax. Once it's in your name, you're free to sell the car as you wish. If there is outstanding finance on the car, you might be able to take over payments if you want to keep the car, by contacting the finance company. If you want to get rid of it, then you won't have to go through the process of selling it as the vehicle still belongs to the finance company. In this instance, the car will be taken off you and often sold at auction to cover the outstanding loan. Any shortfall will need to be covered, normally by the deceased's estate. Depending on the contract, you may be able to hand the car back without paying any fees under halves and thirds rules if a certain repayment amount has already been met. If the car has little commercial or sentimental value, scrapping the car may be a desirable option. Most firms will collect the car free of charge and give you a pre-agreed scrap value depending on the type, age and condition of the car. You may also consider selling the car for salvage or giving the car to charity. If you go down this route, you must tell the DVLA you've taken the vehicle to an authorized treatment facility, ATF, or you will risk a fine of up to £1,000. Also, ensure you give your ATF the vehicle logbook, V5C, while you must keep the V5C3, notification of sale or transfer of a vehicle. This is the yellow part. If you need legal help with wills and probate, contact us at Blackstone Solicitors Limited. We have offices in Manchester and central London and have clients across the country. If you found this video helpful, like it, share it and tell other people about it. Press the subscribe button below to keep informed about our latest videos. Goodbye and thanks for watching.